Number
All right. All right. So we have we have a really cool meeting today. We are kicking off fourth quarter here on October 1st with probably one of our more intentional growth moments. So we're going to be giving away some cool stuff each week. We did these kind of our favorite things, so we're going to be going over that. And in addition to that, we have a couple other giveaways today as well. When we get in here and get everybody moving, they're not in here yet, so we're not going to have that conversation quite yet. But I have Mark is not in here yet. All right. So, Emmy, do you want to just jump right in? Yeah, all right. Not yet. Emmy is not ready. All right. So this is October 1st. How many of you, as we kick off today, how many of you feel inspired and prepared for fourth quarter? That's what I'm talking about. What is fourth quarter for us? Next year. It is, right? The work you're going to do right now is going to set the first quarter and arguably the first two quarters of next year up for success. How many in this room are signed up for Bold? All right. We have 3, 4 in here that are signed up for Bold. This is going to be, for you guys, this is going to be an intensive fourth quarter because we're going to hammer it, right? We're going into a new Bold with a really great potential coach. And I think that that's going to affect all of our growth for fourth quarter and obviously into the first quarter of next year. So showing up and doing what's right, having conversations, being in the building, right? We're going to be doing some good things. So let's go ahead and kick off. We got next. All right. We're going to play a video. we work in a business in which every day we try to help people out. Part of what we do is as a culture, as a company, that is different, is there are always going to be disasters that show up in the lives of our associates, right? There's going to be hurricanes, as we're saying right now with Hurricane Helene. In Asheville, North Carolina, you had a significant, anybody been to Asheville? Gorgeous place, right? They have one of the most extreme outcomes to the storm. We had some people on, and some people that are part of the leadership team talking about Asheville, North Carolina. Asheville, yep. And so probably the epicenter for damage in terms of what happened. And yesterday on our call, what did they say, Todd? 500 generators had already been sent out. 300,000 bottles of water had already shipped. This was before we did anything. Why? Because we're now more prepared for it. We work with a company that puts models and systems behind everything. And one of those models is helping each other and making sure that we have an opportunity to help when we can. And if you want to talk a little bit, this is completely unscripted, but talking a little bit about what it means to donate here at a local level for KW Cares. But also, yesterday, on this link and a few others, you can give directly to this. I'm going to be giving, I gave for this particular national tragedy, but also for a monthly donation that will come directly out of commission, or in my case, my bi-weekly pay. So I urge you guys to, one is stand this, and two, let's get involved in making it better for everybody when we there are things that happen in our lives that we don't know show up, tragedy shows up. We're a company that wants to help each other when tragedy shows up, that we can show up for you. So that's our beginning of this conversation. And if you want to talk about some of the,
So KW Cares exists on the KWRI level, where we're able to, like Nick said, get really involved, get really ahead of things like this, especially hurricanes, natural disasters, help our family across the country, across the world when things happen. But it also exists on a local level. So our office also has a KW Care, and that local KW Care is there to support the agent in our office when life happens. We've helped a ton of agents, whether it be different traumatic life events, things have just come up where they may need some help paying bills, things like that. I've personally been KW Cares, so I can talk about how that is when the unspeakable things happen. So if you're interested in kind of, maybe learning a little bit more about that, how it helps, if you're interested in making a donation, you can talk to myself, Nick, Rachel. If you want to add it monthly, if you want to add it for every transaction, or if you just want to make a one-time donation, it all helps. It all helps our people, and it's to make sure that we get it for them.
Thanks, Sam. This is who we are. We're a company of sharing, we're a company of culture. And the difference is that we are going to do anything that we can to stand up for our own when they're in the most need. And so I thank you guys, and I urge you to take a look at that and get what you can get, because it really does help in moments of need. When we go to an account and say, okay, we have enough money to help somebody out in a way that maybe no one else can. So thank you again, guys, for thinking about that. If you haven't seen this, do this. It's a really easy setup. You can go in as a one-time guest, boom, 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 you can enter it, and it's fantastic. And you can kind of see what our company is doing that makes us different, you guys, than we're not just a real estate company. And I know a lot of people say that, but here's proof. Before we even asked, we sent generators and water to an area that's going to need them, right? And with the intention of being able to help everybody that we can, our associates, to get back their lives, to get back their business. There's not another company in our space that does this or has the ability or the model and system to employ. So, sorry, we started out a little heavier than we wanted, but I appreciate you guys. Thanks. This was well. All right. Well, we're going to go from a low to a high, guys. and bring up, our friends at Great North Title. Keela, come on down.
Thanks for having me. Hello guys. Good morning. Good morning. Few minutes left. So today we have pizza. So our moment of gratitude today, is to Adam. They have the best pizza in town. My favorite is the pickle pizza. But that is what we have for you guys in the past. So we really appreciate Adam and his wonderful pizza. Your favorite is what? Pickle pizza. It's really good. So I start off today, and I don't want to take up 2 minutes of your time, so you guys, I don't need like your 10-year plan. But I kind of do want to pass. Well, actually, I'll just repeat it so we don't pass the mic. But it's more fun to work with your friends. Don't you guys think so? And when you feel connected to the people around the office. So I'm gonna go around the room. I'm not gonna ask the participants to raise your hand because you guys don't raise your hand. So now you're. But I'm gonna go around the room and can you guys tell me something that you're passionate about? I don't need, again, like a full 10-year plan, but what are you passionate about? What do you like to do? Danny?
I'd like to spend time with all 10 of my nieces and nephews. Like,
You did?
Right now, it's so fun to help my youngest daughter to go college, choosing because she's so scared. Me too.
Me too.
I am passionate about learning all the new things, a lot of things to learn. So very grateful for that. And then I'm also passionate about pickleball.
We did pickleball. Always wanted to be a singer. I'm passionate about spending time with my kids and helping them out with their education.
I'm passionate about exploring with my family and also giving back. And I wanted to thank everyone here. We had 301 shoes donated so far. Oh, thank you.
I'm passionate about spending time with my kids, my family, with homeschool, so everything is an adventure and just passionate about that.
Definitely passionate about my grandkids, my family, my community, and then also very passionate about I love it. But I love the part where I can bring value in my story and presentation and the one I'm twinkling in the eyes. Inspiration.
I'm a passionate generational trauma.
Here, let's go this way.
Passionate about life.
Yeah, baby.
Everybody said family already, but that is my passion. That's why I'm in real estate. Legal advisory program. Grandkids, just have fun. But my number one passion is skiing.
Yeah. Good instructor, you can find him up there most Wednesdays in the winter.
My things I'm passionate changes frequently. Right now, I'm passionate. And it's actually not fluff. And they've gotten me through a lot.
You know, it's kind of weird to be at this end of my career, because I've had a fabulous run. And now I'm kind of passionate about spending time with family. I'll be baking Christmas cookies this fall. and trying to slow down and enjoy things a little more. Appreciate the moment.
I love that, because that is so true, right? It changes.
I had like, what, 15 people from me to decide. I'm just gonna go with this. I'm not passionate about anything because I can't think. Okay.
I'm passionate about my family and learning new things.
Passionate about real estate and the options they can create for me and my family.
Great place.
I am finding out more and more that it works real estate, I do, but just helping people get to an end goal, or realizing what their goal is, kind of working through that, with people. Generating inspiration, generating ideas. I really enjoyed that process. As Nick probably knows, I spent about 5 minutes talking about anything. But yeah, I'm really finding a lot of passion in just helping people get there and realize that themselves.
I, of course, am passionate about my family, but I'm also passionate about my second family, which is all of you. And I get up every day with the drive to come in and create an environment for all of you to go out and get everything that you want in life. Yeah, Matt.
Real estate. I know it's so boring, but that's true. I literally go home and watch TV. Go to houses, look at fun. I do house projects and design at my house. I draw little sketches of homes on my screen. I did literally just like everything. And my dog. My dog is reading, so there's
Passionate about bodybuilding as my #1 hobby. I'm also really passionate about championing others, being a cheerleader for others. And then, wait, no, I love rescuing animals, especially the disabled ones, and giving them home.
I'm passionate about my 2-year-old and music.
We're probably going over.
I know. All the relationships you've built, and title. I'm passionate about my family, kids, and health. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We're going in the back.
Pizza.
Are you good? You good? She doesn't get the mic. No.
You know, Vikings fan, the sacrilegious nature. You know, I appreciate the passion, right?
Thank you guys. I wanted to take our spot, really to hear what you guys and what you guys are passionate about. So thank you guys for taking that time and sharing with me. Something I'm passionate about is talking about ways to build families. A lot of you know that my daughter came from a surrogacy journey with my best friend. And so I'm happy to talk about that and answer any questions, no matter how stupid, silly you think that they might be, about infertility, surrogacy, IVF, all those things. That is my passion. But so thank you guys for sharing with me. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, and maybe you guys can connect with others in the room. And then I do have one other short, quick thing. If you wanna do the little, there we go. So I talked about this a little bit last week, and this is our quote tool. You guys on your tables, you all have a QR code. Please scan that. You've probably already been invited, but it talks a little bit about it. This is a tool that we've invested into you guys. So this will help you empower your sellers, so you can actually pull up multiple different sellers. You can pull up multiple different ways, not ways to sell your home, but it'll have scenarios for what they sell their home, what they will take home, after all the fees and government fees, title fees, all the things like that. Um, it will also pull up side by side, you guys, so it's super user friendly, you don't have to be tech savvy to use this. So if you get multiple offers too, you can pull up and put in these different scenarios and help give your client a better, clearer, transparent look at kind of what they're gonna be taking home. Especially for buyers as well, to make the right choice, it'll have all of our fees in there, all the government fees, everything like that, so sometimes people just kind of want to know that bottom line, that number, and they want things to be, you know, clear, concise, and transparent, and this is what that app, or that, this tool will do for you guys. So if you have any questions, please see me afterwards, I would love to help you either get set up if you're not set up, or kind of show you how to.
Thank you so much, Kayla and Great North. We appreciate you guys. I appreciate the path through conversation too. And also, the reality is that you guys need more and more opportunities to be the resource of choice for your consumer. And this, the stuff that we have in here, the stuff that you have access to, allows you to be more transparent with them when coming to the point of them saying, you know, what is my affordability? I know that you guys have an affordability. Again, check these out if you are looking for better ways to remain as a resource for your customer, right? To remain in front of them with information that they can't get from anywhere else and perspective that you don't want them getting from anyone else. All right, what do we have up next? Events. All right. We have, I think, October is a busy month, is it not? How many of you have already started on your CE journey for next spring? Yeah, we got one here, two. All right. What does that mean for you guys? That means for the rest of you, this is a really good opportunity to come in and how much is 3.5 hours of free CE? How much does that cost them? It is free. You guys have a really good time to start. And what you're getting from this is the information on how to keep your clients healthy, right? How to help them to buy the right home so that they don't get sick with mold and carbon and monoxide and radon. So this is a really good opportunity. It's going to be hosted wherever? Right here. Right here in this. Well, Lord, that seems pretty simple. Lord, if you guys all need this, so take this if it has not already been on your 2-year cycle. This is a good opportunity, and like Amy said, it'll be handled right here in this room. Chili cook-off. All right, second annual. This is this last year. We remember who won. Nope, I don't need it. This year it's going to be me. Corby, I'm in here right now. Like Corby, Sean Corby won last year. You guys, this is a really fun environment for us to come together, have some fun, raise some funds for KW Cares, our local account, and to crown me the winner, of course. So you guys, what's that? Great. Okay. So we have a third place contender in the group. All right. So you guys, this is a fun way for us to connect. You get together. It's a fun time to talk a little trash with your team leader and some of the other people that participate. And ultimately, it's a cool way to just connect with us. I'm going to bring Spice to mind. My chili is named Minnesota Spice. So we're going to bring the heat. All right. BPC. Rebecca is going to be at Cedar Hall on October 17th, and we would love to see everybody get there if you haven't already signed up. The business plan, BPC, business planning course. It's like 8 minutes. It's right off of
Minneapolis.
correct. Yeah. Right. It's at the windowless building that has great spaces and has plenty of fun. This is even down the street. It's even more frequent. Yeah, we like this. The other one is we're going to be hosting a BPC here with your very own Alex Junker has put together a rock star lineup of people to be a part of this. The intention is, Alex, why don't you jump up? Well, we were the driving force behind this, and you wanted to put together a really cool not just cool, but implementable. So tell us a little bit more about that, the group that you put together.
Yeah, I'll be brief with it. I mean, this is the biggest business planning clinic we've done since I've been a productivity coach. We have 2 market centers involved. We have a amazing agent panel, and you are going to be leading with an actual business plan. So the first half of this event is going to be all learning. Second half is implementation, right? So you are going to actually leave with your numbers, with your economic model, with your goals set, that you can implement throughout the rest of the year. And if you don't have a coach, I really suggest getting one so that they can hold you accountable to those numbers throughout the year. Because so many of us write all of this business plan out and it sits on our desk forever, and we don't do anything with it. So this is something you should have in front of you. You should have someone hold you accountable to it the entire year so that you and your partner can succeed in this.
Thank you, Alec. And what size shoe do you wear?
11?
Weird if you didn't go home with those shoes today.
Yeah.
Like them. You guys, this is gonna be a great deal. Show up, be a part of this. You get the wisdom of some really incredible top performers. And at least one incredible TL, Mark DePonte is gonna be there as well. So, you guys join us, it's gonna be fantastic. All right. Trick or treat, KWIR office trick or treat, August, October 29th. We're gonna be hosting this in the office 4 to 6. We're gonna be office decorating. We've done this in the past. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback about that. We wanted to go back to this. And Emmy took the bull or took the horns and ran with it. So thank you for doing this. It's gonna be a cool day for us to do what? What can we do for this day? What can we do? How did you say that? Yeah. Right? You can reach out to our audience and let them know that we are gonna have a bunch of professionals in here slinging candy at kids all night. Right? And it's gonna be a darn good time. So we're not doing that this year. A couple of reasons. One, we're probably not gonna do the beer patch because we were left with so much beer and that's why I gained all that weight. You know, we had a lot of leftover beer and stuff. So we wanted to do something like this where we could kind of come back to our roots. You can decorate your office, and it's gonna be a cool time. I have a fog machine in mind, so, you know, show up and try to beat me, I guess. No, let's just have fun with this. This used to be a lot of fun at the other. No, you decorate your own office, you have some candy, you freak some kids out, right? In a good way, but yeah, and invite your own family and friends. So who's gonna participate in this one? You get candy, there's gonna be candy. There's gonna be candy, so there we go. Michael, you're in. All right, guys, trick or treat, it's gonna be a good time, and again, it's a good reason to reach out and connect with your audience. If you don't know what to ask for, this is a really good opportunity for you just to connect and say, hey, come to a trick or treat and bring your grandkids. You could do that too. So that's it, guys. All right, so here we go. So what this represents, you guys, is last week, I don't even have them with me right now. Last week, I left my AirPods on the car. And then I wondered where they were, so I looked on my phone with AirPods, and I saw that they were in the middle of Highway 16 and not far behind. And then I wanted to go see if I was lucky enough to go and if they were going to be. They were crushed in this nice little pile of $299 electronics. So I wanted to go out and replace my AirPods, but I didn't want to spend AirPod money. So I looked for a suitable replacement. And one of the coolest things that I've gotten recently is I found these Beats AirPods, and they are better than the Apple AirPods I was using. And so this, as our first giveaway to pack this room and to provide some value to you guys, we're giving away some Beats AirPods. Let's rock and roll. Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? Anybody have to enter? There's only one thing you need to do with this. Whoever wins is share it. Share it on your Facebook page that you want at the meeting. We're going to share it and let other people know that there's a lot of value that we get from these meetings, and that there's also cool stuff you can win. So this is just the beginning of the fun that we're going to have with you guys. This is Nick's favorite thing as of right now.
Oprah?
Yeah, you get earbuds, only one of you gets it, but. Oh, we got one. Oh, okay. We're trying to make it legit. Or reaching on everything. Okay, that's all. Yeah. They're really good, and they're noise canceling, and they're better than my other noise canceling ones. So congratulations to Peter, all right. So this is where we pivoted our meeting to Forrest. Forrest couldn't be here, guys, today, so he had to, he's here and leave. And so that is what is next. Okay, good. All right, so we're gonna pivot and we're gonna talk about something. So yesterday, Mark, Mortgage Market Columns, and I had a conversation, got to sit down and talk about these books. Some of you have them, so we've already given some away, talked about them. The one thing Mark wanted to talk about was ways that he can help you guys find more business, right? Find an opportunity. So his intention there was he came into my office and said, hey, I want to help our people in this office to do more business. How can I help them when we're talking to them? How can I be a part of that conversation? So one of the things that I went to this book, the MREA Playbook, Volume 2 from this year's Mega Camp, and it was the hobby hustle is what we ended on. How could you not have to buy leads and get really good at connecting with people that you have similar interests? How many of you right now have a hobby that, well, I'm just going to go with Ron. Ron, you mentioned pickleball. Pickleball is huge right now, right?
I get
Right?
like, I don't know, 3-5 leads a day. I mean,
Yeah.
these are people
Opportunity.
possibly,
Yes.
in the game. Yeah.
And surrounding something you really want to do. So the reason that Mark wanted this is he wanted to figure out ways he could help you advise you guys. So I gave him a couple of these so he can have not the books, but the individual one piece. In that alone, he had 3 conversations that related to people who were struggling to find new leads and struggling to find new ways to find new leads. And one of the things he did was the hobby hustle, right? So what I want to do, you guys, and I appreciate Mark for doing this, is how many of you haven't had a chance to look at this yet? I guarantee you this. There is something in here that you want to do in your business, but you don't know how to implement. There's an opportunity that you've thought about, an area of your business. I'm going to keep saying this. If I put this into a college education cost, you could pay $70,000 or something like that. It alone has some of the most successful and purposeful real estate agents and teams in the world that have offered their time to put this together and sit down. So I want all of you to put this in your hands. Today, I'm going to give it away to the first person that raises their hand. Yeah, okay. So you do squeal, so I was got my attention because I was afraid. But here's the thing, that is courtesy of Mark, and why Mark wanted to give that away and why he bought that specific copy is because after we got done with it, he said, this book is only $25. Why can't everybody have this in the market center? So we're going to continue to give these away. If you're looking for one, you want an opportunity to review it, please come see me. We have some. Further, if you know somebody that is in your life that isn't currently with us, they're probably experiencing more pain than you are right now. Come reach out to me and say, hey, Nick, I got somebody who could really use this book right now. And let's find a way to get it in their hands and let them know why Keller Williams is a company of charity, right? The other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is, of course, we're going to kind of talk about this, is let's talk about, instead of talking about all the things that we're afraid of, things that aren't working or working, what is working right now? And I don't mean what is working, what is gonna get you a sale tomorrow, but what is working in your business right now? Isaac, you wanna go first?
Absolutely. Always. What is working is the constant touches, not giving up on the consistency, not giving up on the boring, unsexy stuff. We're taking the time. Share it.
So I think, well, you have the mic. Last week, the week before we were talking, maybe even last week, he come in and he said, guys, I'm getting my teeth kicked in. And he felt very exactly. And I'm not saying that's perfect, right? But what happened at the end of last week, beginning of this week, what showed up in your life?
Well, so I have a business partner, her name's Julie Sistemanor. She gave me a little bit of a verbal judo job. Because one of the things that I've been saying is, hey, there's no easy deals. There haven't been any easy deals since November of 22. And she reminded me that what you say into the universe manifests. So these last dozen deals have been hyper difficult. And she said, you need to stop saying it. And I wasn't saying that to point fingers at something else. I was just saying that to be pragmatic. Hey, this is the reality. This is the market we're in. And, you get a report that says from Fannie Mae that we're in the lowest sales, on pace for the lowest sales in the last 30 years. Now, for me, in my head, 30 years is 1986. I forgot I'm older than that. So 30 years is actually 1986, right? And this is something I shared with my team this morning. I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins, and he says, you can always find, or what's wrong with people is always available. And on the flip side, what's good in the world is always available. So then you're reminded by the reports saying that 2025 forecast is going to go up. We're going to add another 0.6, maybe 0.8 million transactions. So who's going to grab that? You're reminded about the ship, the book, what Gary says. Whatever market share you grab in a down cycle, the companies that grab market share in a down cycle rarely do. So whatever new conversation you had this year, whatever new contact you had this year, whatever new lead, do the job, do the work, you will not give that up in 2025, 6, 7. So whatever's wrong in the world is always available, but also whatever's good.
Here's why it was easy for me to look at Isaac this morning. And I'm sure that a lot of you I've had this conversation with, right? The reason that it was easy for Isaac is because Isaac shows up every day in the same way for not only himself or his team, for his family, but also for us. And he was coming and saying, listen, I'm getting my teeth kicked in. It's hard sometimes to look at him and say, brother, stay the course and keep doing the work because you're doing the work. It's tough in a year where we're having decades of records being broken with the volume that isn't here. But every single day, Todd, would you agree that we're closer and closer to where the activities in the market lie together?
Yeah, let's get past the election, get deep into the fourth quarter, let's set ourselves up for 2025. When inventory is below 10,000, which it has been for 2 years, and interest rates spike from 3% to 8%, what do you think is going to happen? We don't have anything to sell, and no, we take a lot of people off the table that won't qualify. Rates have come down 25% from 8% to about 6%. Just this week, our inventory went above 10,000 units finally after 2 years of being below that. By the way, we peaked at 37,000 units back in 2006, 7, somewhere in that time. So I think that there's better days ahead. It would makes sense that our sales would climb up of 4.1 million units. Remember, we're at 6.1 million units in 2021. And we're actually trending right now this year at 3.8 million. I think that number will come out and finish at 4.1 or 4.2. But there are better days ahead. We got to get past the election now. Got to get a little bit deeper into the rate reduction cycle, and then we'll see those rates come down.
So in order for you to get those deals that are gonna come down the pipe, you have to do what Isaac does. What would Isaac do? Right? I'm gonna get a break with me just for that. No, there's truth there, right? Because what you do right now isn't just that you're setting the work up, it's set the habits up. Let's work towards the habits that make you successful. What, if we know that habits are hard to find, what do you think is the hardest thing for us to get over as an industry? What's the hardest thing that you do on a daily basis for most of us? And why is it so different? Most of us are afraid of rejection. If you are from the Midwest, I'll bring this all day long. If you're from Minnesota, there's a feeling inside your chest sometimes when you're going to ask somebody for something and you feel like, oh, you feel down, right? That brother, oh, yeah, that's the feeling. And it doesn't make somewhere. I'm talking about for real, but you feel it. So one of the things that I'd love to do, we're off script because of course wasn't here. What I'm going to ask you to do really quick is I want you guys to come back and one is we have kind of one directly after this, but if you guys are willing, I'd love to play for you the 100 days of rejection on YouTube. 100 days of rejection on YouTube. And the reason I want you to listen is this. You have a guy that's on the story. But here's the thing, when I meet with you guys, when I meet the agents outside of this, the bottom line is they know they need to Legion. You guys believe in the Legion? Yes. But sometimes we don't because we're afraid of what? Somebody can tell you no. Somebody's gonna tell you now, right now, somebody might be rude to you because you're not calling them at the most opportune time. But what else might happen if you engage rejection? That's the number one thing that we have to be asking ourselves every single day. If you're not getting rejected every single day, you're probably never going to be a top performer. Chad, how many times a day do you get rejected? Can't even count it. And that's even before he leaves the house. In reality. You spent the first quarter of this year putting almost $1 million on your books in stuff that you were going to close. How many times did you hear no during that period?
Oh, man. Tens.
Daily, right? But in that, what did you run from that pain or did you run towards that pain?
No, it really just motivated me to, either make another call, get the other, I mean, it comes down to that consistency, right? If you have your call list ready the night before, you're here the night before, I mean, it gets to that boredom, right? Where it's like, you just gotta.
It's like running 100+ miles.
Yeah, it's keep getting up to that, and Isaac and I talked about put the pads on and let's get in there, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of cliche, but it's so true. Like every day you gotta, because there's gonna be days, that you just don't want to get up, you don't want to go do it, but no.
Habit will always trump motivation, right? Habit will trump motivation. When you make it a habit, right? There are days that I don't want to go to the gym. There are days that I don't want to make the call. There are days, but when you get into habit, you're sitting at your desk going, this is that day for me. So am I choosing to quit on me today? Am I choosing not to? Because that's the point, right? At the end of the day, you're choosing not for your clients, not for homes that you're selling. You're choosing for you and your family and not do it that day.
Yeah, and pick your levers, right? So it doesn't need to be cold calling, right? It's like we were talking this morning, he made 48 contacts this morning. 49. And 49. And so text.
I mean, how many of you made 49 contacts so far this morning?
Okay, how did you make 49?
You know what, Michael, I'm taking this book back from Savon.
No, but for next week, like, here's a conversation I hear, it's motivating there, but also. Like, I do an email marketing campaign, right, where I get some people that unsubscribe. But I try to get 2 listings a month from email, just because you add value, provide value, and it's consistent, right? Whereas won't go into spam, but the ones that don't, you're gonna get business.
I get the luxury every single day of being surrounded by really incredibly smart, detail-oriented, and purposeful real estate agents. And I get to look at your businesses and go, I know what you're doing. Obviously, if y'all follow Solange on Facebook, you saw her week. You started off with a bang, right? You guys, there are people around you right now. There are people in this room that also have the fear, that also don't like rejection, that also are finding ways to implement to overcome. So what I would love to do right now, because we have about 10 minutes left, is we're gonna play this video. I'm gonna probably speed it up a little bit because it's 15 minutes. If you want this, Sean and I will send it out. Go ahead and hit it, Sean. for the sake of time, we are gonna send that out in the lead or in the recap tomorrow. Why I really liked it, so why it made real sense is one, he made it humorous, two, he made it seem possible, and three, I think that any of you guys can do something like this in your life and get over that part where you're not getting what you want because you feel like by asking, it's something you did, right? You feel like you don't have the right clothes or the right words or the right car or the right house or the right brokerage. Why did that guy not want him to plant something in the backyard? It has nothing to do with him. It has something to do with them. So start asking some questions. If you want this and some other things, we're gonna put together the other 15 team in this group and we'll have Sean send it out as well. You guys, there's pizza in the back right now from our friends at G&T, Great North Title. Go get some pizza, talk a little bit, and come right back in here because we're doing Title 101. What is Title 101? If you're out there, you need to know what you need to know about finance to